Hello, this is Deb, otherwise known as motorcyclemommom. Welcome either back to the channel or welcome to the channel if this is the first video that you're watching. We are going to be talking about getting into Ocean City for Ocean City Bike Fest and DelMarVa Bike Week. They are both going on at the same time. Ocean City Bike Fest is all about Ocean City, Maryland, whereas DelMarVa Bike Week is more the surrounding area and other things that are going on, but they all coordinate and it's a friendly thing. Anyway, right now we are coming into Ocean City, Maryland, straight down Route 1 and heading to the hotel. We will get there, get unpacked, get the luggage off the bikes, all of that fun stuff. I had a slight moment of panic because I thought I left my Insta360 sitting on the seat of the bike. My daughter's favorite place for breakfast. We generally go there every year on her birthday. Didn't this year, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, back to what I was saying about the camera and my panic. As I was getting luggage off the bike and all of that and locking stuff up, I had set the camera on the seat and I didn't remember locking it up in my saddlebag. And I mean, it was right in front of the hotel. I wouldn't expect anybody to take anything, but it's not something that you want to lose, especially just arriving at Bike Week when you know that you want to video a whole lot of stuff. So luckily I did automatically lock it up, and just that I kind of went on autopilot. I just didn't remember doing it. That happens to me every once in a while, but in this case that was a really good thing because the camera was safe and sound. So we stayed the first night. Originally I had planned to go down just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then we added Thursday to it. So we had stayed at the Residence Inn right off of where Route 90 comes in on 61st Street. Great property. There'll be another video about that in a bit when I get caught up on the videos. But right now we are going to Albertino's to see my best friend Brandy and have some delicious pizza. So we were there for a while. It got busy and I didn't get to get our picture. Usually whenever I'm there I take a photo of the two of us, and I didn't get to get that, so I just threw a couple pictures in of years past of her and I. But also a kind of a tradition. You will come to learn that I have several Bike Week traditions that have developed over the years. So we had some great pizza. I had time with her and then went back to the hotel. By this point, I say it was a late lunch that we did, but it was really more like an early dinner. Anyway, by the time we get back to the hotel, as you see, the sun is setting, and I just decided to take some video and look out over Ocean City and out over the bay with the sunset because it was gorgeous. And you know, you can't beat that. So tonight we're changing hotels for the next 2 nights and we won't be able to take the bus. So we wanted to take the bus tonight because we knew we'd have to take the bikes the next 2 nights. So we took the bus rather, got off near Wild Bill's, walked up, went through Wild Bill's, which is always a lot of fun just to look around. Just listen to music, look at vendors, see people, see bikes, because there's lots of beautiful, gorgeous bikes there too. And just, you know, a good time without a doubt. So I'll just let you look at the video for a little bit here as we go through. But always a crowd there, always lots going on. If you're coming out from one of the concerts, because you know, if you're not familiar with Bike Week, then you don't know this, but if you do, you know that there's concerts at the Inlet Wednesday night through Saturday night. So they generally end, I think, by 10, but Wild Bill's is still happening. All the other bars in the area are still quite happening even at that time. So it's generally a place that you can go to after the concerts as well. But again, always a good experience. Lots to see, lots to do. So as we wrap up at Wild Bill's, we're going to head up onto the Boardwalk. Almost there. So I will say I did get a few looks, you know, walking through. So what you can't see in the video is that I am carrying an Insta360 on a big old pole that's sticking up. So like people are kind of looking at that like, what is this thing? What is she doing? and all of that. But, you know, it was what it was. I got over it. And then in a few other places, I did see a gentleman the next day, I think it was Saturday, out at Hooper's, that had a 360 camera on a really big pole that got a lot of attention as well. And yes, there's so much that I could say about that. I have the sense of humor of a 13-year-old, and I am that friend. If you can turn anything into, you know, an innocent statement into something dirty, I'm going to doing that. I do know what I just said. I'm just trying to keep the video PG. So I'll let you guys use your imagination on that, because there's a lot that you can make out of this. Anyway, we are almost through the crowd at Wild Bill's. We're going to come out, go to the left, and head up towards the boardwalk. Kind of a totally different vibe change too. There's just an energy in the air when you get into Ocean City at Bike Week. I mean, there's always something fun about going to the beach. And I live a little over an hour away, so it's not that long of a trip for me. There's people that come from a whole lot further around. So it's not that bad, even with beach traffic. We're there in under 2 hours generally. Off season, I can be there in just about an hour. But it did take a little bit longer today, we'll say. But we also met up with somebody and rode down the rest of the way with them. And, you know, there was other things. We stopped for gas, stuff like that. But there is, like I said, there's just an energy about the boardwalk. There's an energy about Bike Week. It's just a lot of fun. So we're up on the boardwalk and just walking around. Ed really likes the Polish water ice, which I had for the first time last year. And I've been coming to the beach since I was a kid, and I've never had Polish water ice before. And I just assumed it was like Italian water ice, and that like it would kind of melt, especially in the heat. And this stuff like really doesn't melt. It totally blew my mind, still does. But we both got like a custard with the water ice and enjoyed that. And I figured we'd go back every night that we were there and get it again because he really likes it. But no, just the one night, that was it. I asked nicely and he let me take that picture. But just walking around here. Actually, we're still walking to get the water ice, even though you just saw the pictures of it. Ocean is just off to the right. You can't really tell because it's dark out, but I guarantee you there's a whole Atlantic Ocean over there if you're not familiar with the area. Don't think I actually got any pictures of it during the day. Sadly, we weren't there for the beach. We were there for bikes. So it was just nice to have the beach there. It was nice to hear the waves and all of that, but it was not about the beach and this trip. It was about the Polish water ice and the bikes. And maybe a funnel cake the next day, because, you know, they're important too. There's certain traditions. Traditions are good, right? And new things are good. You're going to find out in other videos that I've tried something that I had never done before on this trip. So I'm kind of excited about that and to share that with you guys. But until then, I see that we are wrapping up in time. So I'm going to say thank you for watching this. We're going to switch back over to Wild Bill's in a second as we walk back to the bus. You'll see that in a moment, but just want to say thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please, please, please subscribe. It's really important for the growth of the channel. Just take a moment. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it is very, very helpful. Also, if you enjoyed any part of this, hit the like button. It doesn't hurt anything to do that. And again, really helps the channel. So I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you were at Bike Week, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you weren't, hopefully you enjoyed getting to see a little bit of what it was like. But like I said, always enjoyable, always fun. And until next time, keep life shiny if I can talk. Keep life shiny side up. That's better. That works. All right. Thanks, everybody.